Hello, Journey family and friends. Welcome to Midweek Conversations. My name is Tammy Joseph, and today I am joined with Pastor Russell, our Lake County campus pastor, and Kasy'e, our Connections director. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun midweek conversation. Pastor Dustin and Pastor John and Pastor Kevin are at a conference this week, so we're holding down the fort.
Everything's perfectly fine, I promise.
That's right. Yesterday, we finished up our series called Revision. I really would love to ask Pastor Dustin how that milk tasted.
No.
It was an experience for sure.
I did have chicken nuggets for lunch, though.
Did you? Did you think of his illustration during that
I
time?
had chicken nuggets for lunch. I don't know why.
Do we know what happened to that steak? I know everyone's wondering about that.
I'm sure they are. I hope it ended up in the garbage, but nobody really knows. No, but it was such a good Sunday. We had so many baptisms. Here at our Apopka campus, we saw a few students get baptized. It was so awesome to watch Luke and Ben. So I don't know if y'all know that story, but Ben had been mentoring Luke last summer. He was Ben was one of our summer interns, and he had been mentoring Luke. And then towards the end of the summer, decided that he wanted to get baptized, but it was already when Ben had already left. And so his mom really had no idea of how she was going to actually make that happen. And so Ben then applied for the residency, and it was super cool because Ben was able to baptize him on Sunday, which was Luke's 10th birthday.
Wow.
So it was
Happy
cool.
birthday, Luke!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Luke.
Yeah, they had been meeting and just talking about it. So that was a really cool story. But we had a second Luke get baptized too.
Two Lukes.
Two Lukes. But the second Luke, his mom is one of our leaders in Journey Kids.
Sarah, right?
Yes.
Sarah Smith?
Sarah Smith, yep, she's awesome. But they had been talking. She had been praying, obviously, as a mom. She had been praying for her boys and specifically for Luke. And then they were at the Springs, I think just last week, and they were having a conversation about baptism. And he knew all about it. It was so cool because he's only like 9 or 10. And he was just connecting the dots and really understood what baptism was all about. And so they had a moment in the Springs, but then they also decided that he wanted to make it public in front of the church. And so that was a cool baptism because Justin, who has been serving in Journey Kids for years, Justin actually drives all the way from West Palm. He lives in West Palm.
That's right. That's what, a 3-hour drive?
Yeah.
Wow.
He has family in the area, but he drives. And so he was able to be in the baptismal with Luke and baptize him. So that was awesome.
That is huge. That is huge.
And we also had a baptism on Wednesday night.
Yeah, that's right. So Kasy'e Keck, she's actually the younger sister of a young lady named Sydney that's in my junior girls group. And just so cool, just to see her being so proud of her younger sister, giving her life to Christ. And we've actually had quite a bit of baptisms in student ministry. And as a student leader, it's been really cool to just witness that. And to see, their families coming to support them has been super huge.
Yeah,
and encouraging.
Callie's grandfather was part of Lakeview Church.
Wow.
So he was part of the beginning season of Journey, which was really awesome. And then KK, one of our leaders, actually baptized with Brooke Kasy'e. And so that was cool for KK Green to baptize, I think, her first student. So that was awesome.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, we're doing a lot in the youth.
Yeah.
I think that's super encouraging, the next generation.
Yeah, and I think we also had one other girl get baptized here at Apopka, and she was with the STEPS program. It was actually her first time coming to Journey, which was awesome to hear. Just so many stories of life change. And it's just sometimes I get done with the busy Sunday. I don't know about y'all, but I get done with a busy Sunday and I'm like, man, I cannot believe that we get to do this.
Yeah.
But this past Sunday was a really busy Sunday. We had a service. You want to tell them about that, Cass, with Gary Lunny?
So we held a service for Gary Lunny, Celebration of Life, and it just was a really cool moment to see and hear the legacy that Gary left behind. He was a strong man of God, led others, served others, and just was a huge disciple maker. I think the biggest takeaway I got was that he was a lot of people's spiritual hero, throughout their lives. And so we just want to keep the Lunny family in our prayers, but we know that Gary's in a good place.
Yeah, that was so cool to hear. So Pastor John, Pastor Harvey, and Pastor Randy were all part of that service. But then they had like an open mic time at one point, and people were just sharing, different elders were just sharing stories. And it was really cool just to hear the legacy of Gary Lunny. And I know for me, not really knowing him that well, to be able to hear that story was awesome. But he was, I think, one of the only elders that fulfilled 2 full terms here at Journey.
Yeah. And I think he was on staff for Journey for a little bit too. Yeah. So really cool. So.
Yep. So it was a packed Sunday.
Yep.
It was a packed Sunday. But we have Fall Fam Jam that'll be coming up. Actually, let's go back for just a second. So this Sunday we wrapped up the Revision series.
Sure did.
And Pastor Dustin, it was just so good to hear the direction of where we're going to be going at Journey. And there were 3 buckets, right? Reach, serve, and develop that we talked with. And it's so cool because when I think about, the things we're talking about, they really fall into those buckets. But Fall Fam Jam coming up.
Yeah, super excited for Fall Fam Jam.
That'd be great. Yeah. Great opportunity for people to come and have a great time.
Mm-hmm. So Fall Fam Jam is an event that we put on for Next Gen, and it'll be happening October 14th. And October 15th, we'll be in Apopka one day and then in Lake County. And I remember last Fall Fam Jam. We had a special guest.
That was the first time I was here, I think.
You remember that?
It was so funny because Pastor Dustin introduced me as just his random friend.
Special friend.
I think people thought I was security, that we'd got a bouncer just for him. But I just love being here. I've decided to copy Pastor Dustin's shirts.
Nice.
So we've loved it. It's been almost a year now that we've been here. It's great. He's right. You can't have a bad day in a floral shirt.
That's right. So Fall Fam Jam is just an awesome outreach opportunity for us as a church, to just have an event where families can invite their friends and come and have some fun in the community during this time. But we have games. Our Next Gen team has been working super hard, putting games together. Of course, there'll be refreshments and some good snacks.
And some music. Prizes. I heard some music. I know.
They are taking the whole DJ booth concept to like another level.
Just elevating.
Yeah.
You just elevate things here.
Yeah.
Elevate.
Yeah. And it's a free event, right, Tammy?
It is free. Yep, it's free. So it's a great opportunity to invite your neighbors, invite your friends. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good time, October 14th and 15th. But a few weeks after that, we're going to be doing our baby Serve Day. So we want to talk a little bit about Serve Day. Cass, Russell, and myself, we have the privilege of really leading this time. It's really an all hands on deck event for our staff and for our church, but we do really take it, and lead it. And so it's been awesome. Cass, you've done a great job getting project leaders, managers.
Yeah. So we were able to reach out to some rock star volunteers who have great leadership potential. And that kind of goes with Pastor Dustin's message from this past Sunday of developing, ministry leaders. And Serve Day is such a big ministry where we go out to our local communities and just serve them. And so I think that's so cool. We have some great project managers for Lake County, and we got some great project managers for Apopka, and we're super excited for that. And actually, this coming Sunday, if you didn't get an email blast, if you participate in Serve Day before or have already registered for this coming up one, we want to encourage you to wear your red Serve Day shirt this Sunday at church services. So we can see a sea of red shirts. We're going to promote it during Sunday services and just get the congregation super excited to just serve our local communities. So
I love Serve Day, man. For me, being able to let our community know that we're for them, it's just such a highlight. And when I think back, to the last few serve days that we've had. It's just so cool, the different stories that you see come out of serve day. But I know I've been reaching out to different organizations and different schools. And so I know we have a few already confirmed locations. I know we'll be at One Heart Orlando. I should have brought my list because there's several that we're confirmed with, but it's really going to be a great time. Do y'all have any highlights from your last serve day? I'll share one while y'all think about it, okay? For me, obviously I have kids, I have a family, and Journey's our church home. And so for me, it was cool to see my son. His serve day shirt still hangs in his closet. And so he's only 7. And the first serve day that he did, he was part of Connie Klau's house and painting it. And I'm telling you, he got so much paint on that serve day shirt. But in his little 7-year-old brain, he literally still talks about that to this day. And that was a year ago, because that was, I think, last fall that we did that location. And so he still talks about it. And it's so cool for me just to be able to use that as a teaching opportunity for my own personal family, to let them know that we want to serve and love our neighbors. So
To piggyback off of that, serve day is a great opportunity to serve as a whole family unit. We've had lots of families who served with their infants and their toddlers and, little kids, and just being able to incorporate the whole family unit in serve day, I think, is a huge win because of stories like that, where your son he values that time and being able to serve with other people and felt utilized and had a purpose, So I think that was super cool. I know for me, we were able to serve another church last serve day, just 8 minutes from here. I believe it was in the Pine Hills area, Faith Tabernacle Church. And Kenny Armstead, rock star, led that team. But I thought that was a really cool opportunity to partner with another local church that's also trying to reach folks and disciple them and share the word of God. And so I'm looking forward to hopefully like a partnership with them, even if it's not this go around, just in the future of just loving our local communities, and they're only 8 minutes away from us, which is crazy. Awesome. Yeah.
We do have sort of, we're getting, what's the word I'm looking for? We've done the bus loops. So we have this.
You got a reputation about
Reputation. That's the word I'm looking for. So we have a reputation now for these bus loops. So we, our first serve day, we painted a bus loop because of COVID, how they were doing recess. They couldn't have all the classes together on like their playground. So they needed to have an extra area. So they were just in the bus loop, and it's just dirty and just cement and whatever. So we ended up painting a bus loop. Lovell was our first bus loop that we did. And then word got around to the teacher community, and then somebody heard about it at Riverside. So the second serve day that we did that. And now one of the teachers at Riverside, who's on our Journey Kids team, she called a friend at another school. So it's looking like we're probably going to have another bus loop. But I just love it because she said to me, the kids still love it and they're still playing on it. So I'm like, how fun is that we can do that for the kids?
We got to spread the word in Lake County for a bus loop is what I'm hearing.
We're actually working at Triangle Elementary doing some painting for them. So just beautifying some classrooms. But, maybe I could sell them on a bus loop. Who knows? Who knows?
We need to use that, the video. I think we had like a drone video from the first one.
We just need to start marketing our free bus loops.
Yeah, exactly. Tagline, love where you live. Free bus loop painting,
I love it. Yeah. So serve day is going to be awesome. And it really wouldn't be possible without the whole church coming together. And so I love that we get to lead it, but we get to come together as a church and just let our community know that we're for them.
Yeah. And serve day will be October 29th. And so registration is open at journeychristian.com/serve day. And there'll be a drop-down box for if you want to serve in Apopka, Lake County, or online. We would like to see, how folks online would want to participate in serve day, coming up. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep, that's awesome. So what do we got coming up this week? We're kicking off a new series.
Got a new one. Got Prepare the Way. Ooh. Pastor John's returning to the platform. Ooh. I'm so excited about this message series because we've talked about what we are, and then we talked about where we're going, And now we're going to talk about how we're going to get there. So just to prepare the way is going to be an amazing sermon series where we look at the future in a slightly different way, a more practical way. And I just can't wait to hear from Pastor John about it this week.
I know at Apopka, Pastor John closed the service this week. And he had shared, that Prepare the Way is going to start next week. And I can't wait what he has to say, because you could just tell that he has got a word from God, really how God, he specifically used the words, I believe, what God is calling me to do now in this season. And so I just think it's going to be an incredible series.
I just love the title. At my campus, we start every Sunday talking about how it's our job to prepare the way. That the work ahead that's going to happen over the next few hours is something that only God can do. It's something that's spirit-driven, something that's only made possible by the gospel. So everything we do, from chairs to vacuuming to setting up to tuning guitars, we're just preparing the way. Preparing the way for what God's going to do. And that's what this series is about preparing for what God's going to do in this next season. So I'm excited. Don't miss it. Make sure you're there.
Yep, it's going to be a great Sunday. So thank you all for tuning in to Midweek Conversation. And as always, we are loving the journey.